So I quit my full-time corporate job and I'm moving across the world. Hi, I'm Sinclair. I also go by Sinks. I am currently in Nashville, Tennessee, but I am moving to the Netherlands in July. I just quit my job to go full-time freelance, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about why I quit, why we decided to move to the Netherlands, and how I'm making money. So let's start off with why I quit. Long story short, corporate is just not the vibe for me personally. I have kind of known that for quite some time. Ever since I was young, I had this very free, creative, entrepreneurial spirit that I repressed for many, many years, telling myself that this was the right thing to do, to go to college, to get a corporate job, buy a house, the American dream. 5 years down the line into the American dream, I realized that I was clinically depressed with diagnosed anxiety through the roof, and I needed to do something different with my life. Now, I'm not blaming my depression and anxiety fully on my working situation, as I realized I was very fortunate to have this job and very privileged to be able to make the decision to quit and pursue my passion full time. I started going to therapy. I did a lot of self-reflection and identity seeking and realized that it was overdue time to take the jump and believe in myself, despite the fear that a lot of people in my life were projecting onto me, not maliciously, of course, but it's understandable to be scared of instability and not having that solid paycheck to depend on. I get that, I do, but I was adopting that fear as my own for a long time, which I think is what was holding me back. I do also want to caveat before I continue, none of what I'm sharing today is meant to be interpreted as bragging. I am immensely grateful that my parents did what they could for me to allow me to set myself up to make these types of decisions in my life. And I'm just incredibly privileged to even be able to consider this as a lifestyle. So I don't want it to come off as bragging. I just genuinely am so freaking excited and happy, and it's really just a dream come true for me that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. So why did we decide to move to the Netherlands? We took our first trip to Europe after college in 2017, and Amsterdam was one of the main spots that we stopped, and we absolutely fell in love with the city. We really enjoy the biking culture. Everybody's super friendly. There's just not as much political drama going on over there as there is in the United States. Everybody does speak English, although we 100% plan on learning Dutch. It is reassuring to know that we can speak our native tongue over there, but we don't really plan on doing that much. All in all, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, the vibe was just right. And we thought, why not? We have no dependents at the moment besides my dog, which of course we're bringing with us. I can definitely make a video talking about that process because it was kind of hard to find an airline that allowed pets if they're not service dogs. So I won't get into that, but if you guys are interested and want to know more, leave a comment. And how am I making money? That is the million-dollar question that everybody in my life seems to be asking me. Valid. I have three main sources of income at the moment. Firstly, my husband and I own an Airbnb. So in our current house in Nashville, which we purchased in 2020, we turned the basement into an Airbnb. So that is what we're making income on at the moment. It's a full studio with a kitchenette, bathroom, private back entrance, etc. What we're going to do when we move is actually flip the Airbnb to upstairs, since there's much more space up here. It can fit about 6 to 8 people. And we are currently in the process of redecorating to make it super Airbnb ready. But with that, we should be making around $77,000 annually when you subtract the mortgage expenses and the expenses for the property management company. And all of that, we end up netting about $13,000 in profit, which is pretty solid because that can be put directly towards rent over in the Netherlands. Secondly, I own a company called Sinks Designs. It's a brand strategy and graphic design company. I work with small businesses and creatives to articulate their value, attract their target audience, and scale using emotive visuals, strategic word choices, fonts and colors that resonate with human psychology, things like that. Shameless plug, if you want to go see my work and follow that journey, you can hop on over to @CinxDesigns, CINX Designs on Instagram. And lastly, I just signed up to be a Lyft driver. I am more than happy to do a separate video on that. The process was pretty straightforward for getting approved, and if you don't have a vehicle, you can rent directly through Lyft and you get free mileage while you're driving for Lyft. Any personal mileage is charged separately. So all in all, I have a lot going on in my life right now that I really want to document so that I can look back on, so that my friends and family can keep up with me, and so that I can kind of share my experience with you guys. If any of you are going through something similar, hopefully you find helpful information in these videos. Definitely shoot a comment down below if there's anything in particular you're interested in hearing more about. But otherwise, I should be posting about 2 times a week, maybe more. So hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up with my journey. And yeah, that is everything. So I will see you guys in the next video.